Hey guys, welcome back for the last week here in Key Largo, Florida. Next week, I will be in Utah getting ready for the ski season. Anyway, in this day trading recap video, I want to talk a little bit about the tickers I traded so far this morning. It was a really slow pre-market. There was a lot of hype around SNDL, so that was actually the one I ended up really focusing on. I did a really small size. I had an okay winner, pretty actually decent winner, but a small size, still keeping it pretty conservative. I was totally fine with going bigger size today, but I just didn't see any ticker that felt worthy to me besides maybe SNDL. But we were talking about it in the Discord that ticker is a bit more of a swing trading ticker. It's not ideal for day trading, especially being sub-dollar. So let's go here and check out where I left off today. And boom, yeah, the trading screen, boom, popping up. Now, you'll probably notice there's a few things that are looking a little bit different today. I was doing a little bit of fidgeting around with options, selling covered calls. I am looking at CTRA because that was one of the tickers we talked about in the interview. If you guys have watched that one, it's getting tons of good feedback. So if you have not watched it already, I definitely recommend it. It's where we interview Jen and Bren from our Discord, who are big options traders, and they've been doing really well with selling covered calls. So I was just dabbling in it this morning, but again, that's kind of a whole different topic. I'm going to close this, and I can't really close this right now because it's an open. Actually, you know what? I could probably move this. Can I move this position? No, I cannot. Yeah, see how I can move to group? I would have wanted to move this one to group options, but it's looking like I can't really do it. So just ignore these two for now, or actually all three. Oh, and actually before we get into talking about the tickers that I traded today, I want to share two things, two important things, regardless if you do or do not trade options. Okay, well, the first thing's maybe not regardless. So first of all, if you do want to trade options, make sure, even in your Roth IRA account, which you can trade options on, you have to apply for options trading. Almost every broker requires that you just apply for it. It's usually just like a click of a button. You may have to select, your experience levels and everything like that. Fill out all the information as best you can, click apply, and within 24 hours, you should be approved, if not instantly. On Webull, it was instantly, but on TD Ameritrade, it was like 24 hours. Okay, that's point number one. Just do it, get it out of the way, even if you don't think you're gonna trade options anytime soon. It's better to have it than not have it when you actually need it. Okay, the second thing is, I don't know why I was not aware about this, and this is why I love the community. This thing I just learned today on the phone call, and now I can share it with you guys. I called TD Ameritrade about the options issue I had when my order didn't go through. So then I was like, oh yeah, of course, I didn't apply for it. The second thing is, now you could have a margin qualified account as your Roth IRA. I did not know this. Now, there's a caveat. It's a cash account. It's still a cash account. And the IRS does not want a negative balance in the account. They don't want leverage in a retirement account. But you can apply for margin on your cash account, your IRA cash account. And what that does is it allows you to not have a 48-hour long settling period. That's huge. I was always watching day traders trading in their Roth IRA, specifically Ross Cameron. I'd be like, is he using his cash balance and then he just, lets it settle? I'm sure he's got quite a lot of cash balance in there, and I guess it's totally possible. But it's actually totally possible to just not have settling period in the cash account. I had no idea. It almost hurts my mind a little bit. But anyway, that's the situation. In your Roth IRA account, you can apply for margin. And it doesn't give you leverage, but it does give you the ability to not have that 48-hour settling period. So you just keep on trading in it. I don't know how I did not know that. I've been trading for years and I did not know that. Sometimes there's just things right in front of your face that you just aren't aware of. Anyway, let's go talking here about BTB, the first ticker I traded today. And yeah, by the way, I'm up $290, which actually isn't that bad. It's almost like a 10% green day, believe it or not, because my trade, I made almost all my profit on. I think it was only like a $3,000 position size. And then EYPT was also a tiny position size. So actually, again, I did really good percentage-wise trading today. So BTB, this ticker, not really too exciting. BTB, yeah, I mean, pre-market, this thing was just selling off consistently. I was thinking we might see a good bounce at 2.6. Then I was thinking we might see a good bounce at 2.4, which we did get a little bit of a bounce. I took some profits on, but it's still just selling off this ticker. And it's been on a multi-day run here, but it looks like that $3 just, you know, totally crushed the momentum behind this ticker. So it's just completely died out. And all I did here was I had an alert, 100 shares right here. I forgot to focus on it, and then it sold off again, and I bought a little bit more looking for a reversal, and it happened. Took a little bit of profits, but you know, it was more or less a scratch trade. One, I missed the bounce. Two, my size was so small that even if I got the bounce, it would have not really made or lost me any money. EYPT, second trade ticker in terms of profit ranking. Yeah, this ticker, yeah, this literally sums up pre-market. It was just nonsense. There was nothing good pre-market. On the daily chart, we are on a good front side. On the 5-minute chart, we're kind of ranging in this area. And the problem with this one is just the volume. It was really lacking any consistent volume. We did get a little bit of a volume punch here, and you know, 40,000 shares per 1 minute is actually okay for a $20 stock. The problem is we didn't get continuation here, and I bought a small size. I was about to just average down on this one, and then we got a pop here, and I just took my profits and left, made $69 on that one. And then SNDL, this is the big one. This is the one that has a lot of Wall Street bet hype behind it. It's a ticker we've traded many times in the past. It's a ticker that I was swing trading. It's a ticker that I made videos on. It's a ticker that I feel like everybody knows that's a trader. Anywho, it was, you know, popping up yesterday really aggressive, or not yesterday, but Friday really aggressively. And today it was pulling back to this kind of key 180-day simple moving average. And I was like, all right, I think I would probably consider trading this one. And let's zoom in here. So at the market open, we had a bit of a red to green move on this one. We opened up here and we sold off around 1%. I started accumulating with the intention of buying a lot more. Actually, kind of ignore these shoes. I'm going to just remove those shares. Ignore those. Those were just alert orders. But I had 4,000 shares roughly in this area. I had another 4,000 here, another 4,000 here. I was ready just to accumulate in the red to green move because I thought this ticker had a lot of potential behind it. I know Jen was looking for options trading, which means she's not the only one because she was really excited about it. Wall Street Bets was really excited about it. It's one of the top gappers. It's just a ticker that a lot of people are looking at. So I figured it's going to find some support at one point. And unfortunately, I just didn't, get my full size into this area. It had the first pop here, pulled back, and I was like, I'm just going to let it see if we can break the highs here. We got that second leg, and the first leg was like 4%, and the second one was like 5%. And once we were in this area, I felt like, I'm not crazy about this volume. It's not even new high volume. It's, it doesn't feel like we're increasing our volume, and, it just had a really solid run. So I just took some profits on that one. That was like a 6% trade. This was a pretty, this was over a 6% trade. This was a really good trade. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but usually I'm way more scalpy than this. Usually I'd be selling like right here, in that first green candle. If I'm pretty scalpy. So the fact that I held this long was pretty relaxed on my end. So I'm pretty happy about that. I guess the smaller share size probably allowed me to do that. But the second thing is I was also doing a lot of research this morning with the options, and my brain was a little bit distracted today. So maybe it's not like I could be that proud of that trade because in some regards, I just wasn't that focused maybe. And sometimes smaller size makes me a little bit less focused. I guarantee you if I had, decent size, like 20,000 shares or something like that, I would be more like glued to the screen and being like, what's it going to do? So that's again a great reason why stepping down with a share size can be really good, because it can really help reduce the blood pressure for a bit, get you back in the driver's seat, get you a little bit more bird's eye view. And sometimes when I'm trading really big share size, I just got tunnel vision and I'm just glued to the screen, which is usually not what you really want to be doing. You want to be focused, but you want to be able to see, okay, what's the 5 minute doing? And that's exactly what I did right on SNDL today, so I'm quite happy about that. In terms of IRA and swing trading, guys, I just want to let you know that I entered OTLY with a little bit more share size, not really a big share size. I really plan to enter OTLY with a lot more share size. These are the prices I've been waiting for so long. And I did an alert buy here on this one. Small size, and then I did another alert buy, only 10 shares, and I was constantly like ready for accumulation on OTLY, but I felt like it just was too extended to the upside. I felt like the 10-20 billion dollar market cap was just not justifiable. So especially knowing what happened to BYND, Beyond Meat, which this ticker just sold off so much, and their market cap is around $5.3 billion. And I feel like a lot more people know Beyond Meat. So I was not ready to buy OTLY at such a high valuation, knowing that I could lose 75% of my asset value, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. So now that OTLY is a little bit more around the price of BYND, I feel a little bit more comfortable. Now they're not exactly in the same comparable market. One is a kind of milk replacement while the other one's a meat replacement, but it's kind of all in that same category of plant-based products. And I feel like in Europe, OTLY is just super, super popular. I know in New York it's popular too. I'm not sure how in the rest of the US it is, but everyone drinks OTLY, at least in the Western culture. I feel like it's everywhere. So I'm a big OTLY fan myself. I've even had it when I was streaming, just drinking the OTLY chocolate milk. I'm a big believer. I just feel like I'm not a believer, in over $10 billion market cap. So that's why I was waiting for accumulation in this zone. And I would love to accumulate a lot more. I would like to get to like 1,000 shares at least. And then I would like to use this to start selling covered calls on OTLY at one point as part of my overall portfolio, to try out this selling covered call strategy while I continue to hold it. But I'm not sure if we're going to press below $9. My whole goal was to have this ticker go below $9 and start accumulating it in the 8s. Mid to high 8s would have been really, really nice. It looks like we're trying to push back above this $10 zone. It might happen. I mean, this was a big sell-off here on earnings, which was actually better than expected, but it still fell off a cliff. That's why I don't like trading around earnings. But yeah, we'll see what happens. XL, pending its earnings right now, they have their call coming up, and I just did not want to be playing XL ahead of earnings. So I think even if the XL earnings is bad, it could still shoot up. I just didn't want to be in it, and that's why I sold my position on XL, which was a pretty big position, like a $25,000 position. So I was not ready to hold into that, and I'm happy I sold because we made some money on this one. Otherwise we'd be down right now. Sweet guys, that's gonna be all for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions below. I'd be happy to answer it, and also let me guys know if you are interested in another options video. I'd be happy to summarize a few things going on here and so on and so forth, but I feel like that's a little bit of a different video, so I didn't want to jump it into this video because that'd just be way too many topics to be covering. So don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you're new. We'd love to have you part of the community, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao.